Big boats scare solo sailors. Too much sail, too much momentum, too many chances to get it wrong. Here's the truth. The right big boats are easier to run alone than many smaller ones. The trick is design. Clean decks, protected cockpits, lines where your hands want them, and push-button help when you need it. Today, the top 15 large sailboats for solo sailing. What makes each one friendly, where it bites, and who it's really for. If you like sailing videos just like these, don't forget to subscribe. Before we start, what makes a big boat solo friendly? You can reef from the cockpit, you can tack without drama, you can dock without a crowd. Think electric primary winches, powered furling for the main and head sail, self-tacking inner sail on some boats, autopilot you trust, bow thruster, deep protected cockpit under a dodger or hardtop, and handholds everywhere. That's the recipe. Now, let's get into the boats. First up, the Najad 505cc. This is the Swedish playbook. Deep, protected center cockpit, tall coamings, clean side decks, and handholds where you expect them. The layout puts you inside the boat, not on it. Lines come aft. Electric primaries are common. In-mast furling means reefing is a button press, not a workout. The traveler and main sheet sit where you can work them seated and clipped in. Underway, the boat finds a groove and stays there. Upwind, it leans and just carries on. On a reach, it's steady and quiet. Below, it's built to be lived in. Sea galley that grips you, proper lee cloths, real service access to tanks and filters. You feel the belt and braces ethos everywhere. Where it bites, it's a grown-up displacement boat. In light air, plan a code sail to keep the pace up. The cockpit is secure more than it is huge. That's the trade you make for safety and the big aft owner's cabin. Who it's for? The skipper who wants forgiving miles, a dry watch, and a boat that doesn't punish slow hands when you're alone. Your solo checklist here: electric primaries working, furling mains serviced, a pilot with a remote, and a thruster that actually gets a test every month. Verdict: confidence first, noise last. That's the Najad. Next up, the Contest 50 CS, Dutch yard. Same design house as the Najad, totally different brief. This one is the super yacht in miniature vibe. Center cockpit, Lloyd's approved composite build, and a structure that feels carved from one piece. On deck, it's tidy. Under the dodger, you work warm and dry. Electric primaries and powered furling are typical, so you don't leave the cockpit when the breeze climbs. Underway, the hull likes less heel and less drag. The feel is planted, especially upwind, so the pilot holds course without arguments. Inside, the style is modern, open, and quiet. No creaks, no rattles, just a big saloon, a sea-kindly longitudinal galley, and that signature aft owner's cabin with light where most boats don't have it. Where it bites, cost and complexity. You're paying for the standard, and you need to keep it to that standard. Who it's for? The discerning cruiser who wants luxury that actually helps you single-hand. You buy this if you want a silent cabin, real stiffness, and a cockpit that treats you like a human when it's wet and cold. Solo note: service the winches and furlers on a schedule, not a feeling. This boat repays proactive care with effortless passages. Following that, the Allures 51.9. Aluminum hull for impact security, GRP deck and coach roof for lighter weight aloft, better insulation, and softer curves where your hands and eyes live. It's the hybrid that makes sense. Serious hull, comfortable deck house. The headline is the centerboard. Board down, you draw deep for pointing and power. Board up, you're in shallow water most big boats only dream about. Twin rudders keep control when heeled. The cockpit is long and split into zones. Living forward, work aft. Lines are led back, so you reef and trim from the helm. Underway, think
calm miles. On a reach and a moderate breeze, the boat sits down and goes without drama. Inside, insulation keeps the boat quiet and dry. The raised saloon gives you light and watch-keeping without getting hosed. Where it bites, light air isn't its party. Bring a big code sail. And yes, you're paying for that aluminum hull and the centerboard system. Who it's for? The pragmatic explorer who wants one boat for canals, creeks, and oceans, and a home you can actually live in for months. Solo tip: practice the board routine like a pre-flight. Board up for skinny water, board down for bite, partial for balance. It becomes second nature, and the boat rewards you with places other 50-footers can't go. Moving on, the Ovni 490. This is pure aluminum, hull to deck. The vibe is tool, not jewelry, and that's a compliment. The defining feature is the pilot house, a real, protected inside helm, warm, dry, and calm. You stand watch with visibility when outside is miserable. That's a huge solo win. Under the water, a lifting keel changes your world, from roughly 3.1 meters down to around 1 meter up. Beach it, dry it, slide into rivers and nooks. Twin rudders keep control when you're pressed. And the kicker, twin engines on many builds. Redundancy offshore, authority in tight marinas. And by moving the machinery outboard, the center line is free for the keel trunk geometry the designers actually wanted. On deck, it's workmanlike. Big lockers, simple, grippy side decks, a cockpit that keeps you inboard and in control, lines aft, powered assists typical. Where it bites, finish is utilitarian. You choose this for mission, not gloss. And systems are more complex than they look. Pilot house boats add wiring and plumbing you must keep tidy. Who it's for? The purest expedition sailor, who values impact security, real shoal draft, inside watches, and the ability to keep going when the forecast shifts ugly. Solo mindset here? Routine checks, tidy cabling, keel system maintenance on a calendar. Do the boring things early, and the boat gives you latitude freedom most sailors never touch. Following that, the Swan 54. Different philosophy, same size. Aft cockpit, twin wheels, and the freer hull that sailors love because it just feels right. This is the sailor's sailor choice in the luxury group. Underway, the motion is the headline. Upwind in a seaway, it's famously kind and powerful. The boat carries real ballast deep, so you get stiffness, bite, and a helm that talks to you without shouting. You trim, you settle, and the miles come easy. Deck layout is clean. Control is direct. Powered help is there when you spec it, but the base feel is already confidence. There's a wild card here, the centerboard option. You keep the power and add shoal draft access at serious cost and some interior trade-offs. It's a no-compromise engineering path that lets you mix Bahamas shallows with a boat that still goes to weather like a Swan. Where it bites? The price of entry and the price of care. You're buying pedigree, and you maintain to that level. Who it's for? The performance-minded cruiser who wants a direct helm, real upwind miles, and a boat that rewards good hands when you're alone. Solo advice? Practice your docking lines like choreography, and keep your upwind reefing timing disciplined. The 54 pays you with precision without punishment. Next up, the Hanse 508. This is the modern production approach. Huge cockpit, self-tacking jib, lines led aft to the twin helms, and push-button help if you spec it that way. The point is easy sailing. Short tacks, one hand. Reefing, from the wheel with powered primaries and in-mast furling on many boats. Underway, it likes reaching and relaxed miles. There's a versatile rig story here. Self-tacker for upwind ease, optional overlapping headsail on an outer stay for punch when reaching. Inside, it's all about volume and options. Owner layouts, charter layouts, cabins for days. Big, bright, and friendly. Where it bites, tankage is modest compared to the expedition and luxury tiers. That tells you the mission. Coastal, island chains, med-style cruising, not months off the grid. High freeboard and beam give you form stability in space, but watch gusts, reef early, and use the thruster in tight quarters. Who it's for? Sailors who want maximum livability and minimum drama. If you love cockpit living and want sailing to feel like a single-button routine, this is your lane. Solo habit. Keep sheets led clean to the helm, keep your pilot remote on a lanyard, and make reef 1 earlier than your ego. The 508 pays you back with stress-free days.
Next up, the Jeanneau Yachts 54. Important. This is the Yachts line, not the standard Sun Odyssey. Different fit and finish, different intent. Topside, it's all about deck-centric life. Long cockpit benches, smart lounging, and that folding aft terrace that turns anchorages into backyard pools. Sailing-wise, it's not just a patio. The hull is drawn by a serious architect and likes to move. In breeze, this boat surprises people. It doesn't fall apart when the numbers climb. Spec it with powered furling and electric primaries, and you've got a real short-handed platform. Where it bites, it's a lot of house. Big windage, big transom life. That's the point. Manage dusts with early reefs, keep weight sensible aft, and it stays polite. Like the Hanse, tankage signals the mission. It's built for frequent stops and flexible layouts, not months hidden from fuel docks. Who's it for? The modern deck-life cruiser who wants the comforts of home, super yacht-style interior touches, and a boat that still behaves when the wind comes on. Solo tip: group your control lines tight to the helms and keep your cockpit clutter-free. This platform shines when it looks simple, because then it is simple. Fast Buyer's Map. If you want impact security, shoal freedom, and inside protection, Allures 51.9 for hybrid comfort, Ovni 490 for pure expedition and pilot house calm. If you want luxury that actually lowers workload, Najad 505cc for classic safety, Contest 50CS for stiff, silent miles, Swan 54 for the sailor's helm and Bluewater pace. If you want space and easy routines, Hanse 508 for one-finger sailing and big volume, Jeanneau Yachts 54 for deck life that still sails. Here's the takeaway. At 50 feet, solo isn't about heroics, it's about design. Guarded decks, real handholds, lines where your hands want them. Electric primaries and powered furling so you reef from the seat, not the foredeck. A pilot you trust and a thruster you actually test. Get those right and big becomes easy. Pick your philosophy first. Do you want to go anywhere, even skinny water and bad latitudes? Choose the aluminum pair. Do you want a boat that wraps you in quiet, stiffness, and a cockpit that stays kind when it's wet? Pick from the luxury trio. Do you want big living and one-finger sailing for warm weather miles? Go production, keep the setup simple, and sail a lot. Big doesn't have to be hard. Big can mean calm. Big can mean simple. Set the boat up to reef early. Practice your dock lines until they feel like muscle memory. And go, alone, confident, and ready to make miles. If this helped, subscribe. Tell me which of these 7 you'd single-hand tomorrow and why. Your answer might be the next video.